Alright guys, we're just going to give it a couple of minutes and then we're going to start this stream, waiting for people to get in, and then we'll be good to go. Appreciate all you guys being here on this Monday night. We're not doing any games today because the D-backs are playing, but we are going to do tomorrow night. We are going to do the Cardinals-Pirates game because that was the game that won the You Make the Call last night. Appreciate all you guys being here for this Q&A overtime stream. This is my chance to answer any of your questions, mess around a little bit on the chat, take some requests, and all of that fun stuff. So appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Yeah, a lot happened today in the NFL. Big trade. One of the biggest trades we've seen in quite some time. A straight player-for-player swap. Fitzpatrick to the Finns for Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey. Whew, man. That is a win-now move for Pittsburgh. I don't agree with it. I think the Dolphins made out better. I think the Dolphins made out way better in that one. I think Fitzpatrick's the best player of the bunch in that. Jonnu Smith, good tight end, obviously. Good tight end. But Jalen Ramsey does not have much time left. Jalen Ramsey has very few years left. Minka Fitzpatrick is still super young. He is still a phenomenal safety. He's only 28 years old. Jalen Ramsey does not have that much time left at a high level. I'm not even sure he's playing at a high level right now. Frankly, with you, my man. Appreciate you, man. And number one song of the day of It's 11 O'Clock. Do you know where your kids are? I'm going to say My Sweet Lord. I'm going to go My Sweet Lord on that one. I don't know if that's right or not, but I'm going My Sweet Lord. I mean, a cornerback on the wrong side of 30. I don't know if he's got much time left. I don't know if Ramsey has much time left at an elite level. I would even argue he's not playing at an elite level as of late. I think he's getting by a little bit on name recognition alone as of late. I don't think he's been all that good as of late, especially compared to what it was in Jacksonville and the beginning of his time with the Rams. So I think the Steelers did not make out well. This is a win-now move for a team that I get why they're trying to win now with Rodgers, because you only really got 1 year with Rodgers, but man, I do not understand that move for the Steelers. For the Dolphins, I think it's great. For the Dolphins, I mean, getting Fitzpatrick back after some time away. Obviously, drafted him in the first round all those years ago and then trade him for a first-round pick. Now you get him back. Interesting trade, though. Interesting trade, to say the least. I think the Dolphins won the trade. I'll put a poll up, though. I'll put a poll up. I like what the Panthers taking Rashawn Eckler. I like that. Who won the trade? I'm going to put a poll up, and then we will start this OT period with Steers of Clown. Man, the Giants with a good move, but yeah, this screwed up the backfield completely. My thing with John, like, did you even need Johnny? You had Freiermuth. And Freiermuth's been pretty good. Do you even need that? Yeah, DK and Jalen Fuller in every game. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Like really, like Jonnu Smith, I'm not sure what his role is going to be necessarily, because Freiermuth's been really good. And Jonnu's getting up there in age, too. Doing fantasy again? Yes. We're going to start the league in August. I'll do everything in August. Tomorrow to Vegas. No surprises there. I know it was held back for a little bit, but I'm not surprised I got it done and got over the line. Tyreek Hill the Steelers in 26. Why not at this point? Why not? I'm doing all right, Keller. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the continuing competence. Tree is not too pleased. This does not please the tree. Hot take: if you can't be kicked out of the Hall of Fame, you can't be inducted until you die. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. I think you should have the right to make your speech and whatnot. Oh, I didn't see McMurphy transferring. I didn't see that. Brandon Murphy going to on 3? Oh, wow. Wow. Leaving Action to go to on 3. Man, Action's in some trouble. DFS and Houston, all right. Now I can move for both teams. I think it's a good move for the Dolphins. I think it's a good move for Miami. I think when you look at Miami, Jalen Ramsey has not much time left. We know he was going to be out. No surprises there. Fitzpatrick's been very, very good. Oh, when can we join? Oh, it's not going to be open until August. I'll let you know. I'll put a community tab up when we open. I have to figure out how we're doing it this year. All right, so this is an overtime stream. So how we're going to do it is like this. I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. Every donation increases the time we're on stream. Once that clock hits 0, that's the end of the stream. Oh, the Marner trade? Oh. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Marner. I mean, I do like it more for Vegas, I guess, but Toronto he couldn't come back. He couldn't come back to Toronto. So it's pretty meh across the board. Pretty meh. Tarasenko to Minnesota. Ooh, all right. So here's the game plan. Every donation equals 10 more on the stream. Once the clock is 0, this is the end of the stream. Fact and fiction, they trade Hurl. I'm gonna say fiction. Romanov resigns to the Islanders. Ooh. Joe gifted a membership, and again, every donation counts toward you make the call. Steven getting this around Inner Circle. Love it. Love it. Love it. As a member, Steven, get a lot of cool perks. Same with the Edge video. Members on donations and emojis in the chat. And which game do you want? I'll get you in the call for it. You want the fish. All right. So every donation, this is the only day for you to make the call. Come on with a tour. Okay, you got to be crime-free post 30 years post-retirement. No, I don't agree with that. Which game do you want, Kamada? I don't agree with that at all. I think it's cool to have guys that are alive to make their speech and be in the Hall of Fame. I think that's super cool. I think it's really, really cool that you can get into the Hall of Fame and get... Because remember, so, like, the Hall of Fame is about honoring the past. And if no one gets inducted for 30 years after they're post-crime... if no one gets inducted until that, I mean, are we really going to punish 1,000 good actors because of one bad actor? Like, that's how you look at it. Like, how many times is it a controversy? How many times is that a controversy? Like, obviously, like O.J. Simpson. But how many other times in the NFL has that really been a controversy? Somebody retires at 40, will be 70? Yeah, but a lot of people that watched him growing up and want to go to the Hall of Fame and see him would be dead by that point. Michael Tour, Drug-Free America. You want to vote, I'm guessing. Wouldn't it be cool for your grandkids to watch your induction? You're going to see a lot more people that are not alive versus that. 7% saying you think the Dolphins won the trade. Trevin Travis in the Bahamas while BTD and Gianni Brown working out, getting to know each other. I love it. I love the work they're putting in. All right, I'll put the poll up. Which game you want? Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this overtime stream. Gonna get a lot of requests. Yeah, wait until the NFL folds in a few centuries to put him in the Hall of Fame. The heat death of the universe. Make sure they're really crime free at that point. Steelers place for their diva players with hot heads and big mouths. Most Steelers thing ever. Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. All right, let's put some stuff in the queue. And then we will start this thing. And then Life O'Reilly from NoFX. All right. Drug-Free America. And this is the only day for this you make the call. We got a lot of make the calls this week. This is the only day for this you make the call. So just keep that in mind. If you really want a game, this is the day. This is the day to do it. We've got Twins, Marlins, Tigers, Nats for Wednesday night. So it's one of those games. All right, let's start this clock. Let's get everything in the queue. Who do I think won the trade? I think the Dolphins won the trade. Most of you think the Dolphins won the trade as well. I think the Dolphins won the trade. Derek Jeter? What? What crime did Derek Jeter commit? What, did I miss something? What crime did Derek Jeter commit? Besides being a bad owner of the Marlins, what crime did he commit? Derek Jeter? What did he do? Besides have a lot of relationships with people and be a bad owner. Traffic violations? Wait. What are the traffic violations? Okay, wait. Civil traffic. We're gonna... Okay. So, wait, okay. So, Derek Jeter... You have donated to videos. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, we're gonna keep Derek Jeter out of the Hall of Fame because he got a ticket for parking his boat in the wrong place. So, Derek Jeter parked... What? That did not happen. We're going to keep Derek Jeter out because he parked in the wrong spot. What? You know, there's nothing about that with Derek Jeter. There's definitely not anything about Jeter. Yeah, there's nothing about Jeter with that. Yeah, right. Lawrence Taylor did, yes. Lawrence Taylor did that, yes. All right, $4 going to Twins Marlins. Okay, so if Tom Brady gets caught speeding, he should not be in the Hall of Fame. If Tom Brady's driving one day and he's doing 80 and a 55 and a cop pulls him over, he's out of the Hall of Fame. Yeah, once you're in, you're in. Yeah, you go down a very slippery slope at that point. Traffic violations. Yeah, yeah. Marner going from Michael Porter trades to Cam Johnson. Oh, they had to get Porter off the books. D'Angelo Russell, 2 years, $13 million. That's pretty cheap for a backup point guard. That's pretty cheap. And I think his role is gonna be in a good role too once Kyrie gets back, coming off the bench like that. I'd rather Voj around, yes. Drew was one who got arrested for 3 cents, so the Jaguars Bucks game, yes. Thoughts on Marner trade? Pretty meh. I mean, had to get rid of him. How's it going, man? Appreciate tuning in. Appreciate you being here. The Leafs had to get rid of him. There was no way he was coming back. Ramsey Smith Fitzpatrick trade. I like that trade a lot for the Dolphins. Panthers sweep. I'm gonna say fact. I like the trade a lot for Miami. I think Ramsey doesn't have a lot of time left. I'm not sure where Johnny Smith fits in necessarily because he got Freiermuth. He's got ways to use both of them. That is true. I mean, he was good in Atlanta under Arthur Smith. But yeah, when you have a limit, yeah, thoughts on I'm not crazy about the move for the Steelers. I think Fitzpatrick's the best player of the bunch. Jalen Ramsey has not a lot of time left at an elite level. I don't think he's even at an elite level. Yeah, JJ Max sketching, no surprises there for me at least. No surprises there. The intro of the song is great. How's it going, Cujo? Thank you, MPJ. Good luck in Brooklyn. Yep. He had to go. I mean, it was a lot of money for MPJ. You're going to love Cam Johnson. I loved him in Phoenix. You're going to love Cam Johnson. He's a fun player. When he's hot, when he's raining threes, he is a fun player to watch. You're going to like Cam a lot. I wish nothing but the best for Cam Johnson. Okay, this is like the first NoFX song that actually kind of works. This one actually kind of works. This is where I see the vision of NoFX. The band's in tune, the vocals, the angst actually kind of works on this. Okay, wait, it kind of falls off the rails at the very end. The final 20 seconds falls off the rails, but I see the vision here. I definitely see the vision for this song. Yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in. We're doing a Q&A overtime. This is the only day for this to make the call, so keep that in mind. Everything counts as single for this one. Calvin with a $5, appreciate you, man. I don't know which game you want. I'll get you on the call for it, whichever one it is. Appreciate you a ton. Let's see what we got here. DW and Little Princess are late to their haircut at Cookie Cutters. Oh, God. And tear down the place in anger. Ooh. All right. Which game do you want? I'll get you on it. Tear down. Let's do Twins Fish. Oh, okay. All right. I don't see Jackson on this street. Jackson's at the game. Jackson's somewhere at the game right now. Oh, they're going to be stunned if this holds. I don't think they knew it was an option. They're at the game right now. They're at the game. They have no idea what's happening in the Twins. I mean, you make the call right now. They have no idea what is happening. Our resident Marlins fans in the chat. Okay, what? Okay, this is like a reggae song? What? What the heck is this? What the heck is this song? Nothing in this works. This feels like Obviously, the song we heard yesterday from System of a Down that Neil played, the video radio song with a reggae rock. This is when it goes horribly wrong. John Johnsky, plenty of ace of both command level. Yep. Oh yeah. He'll go 2 tight ends for sure. He'll figure something out with that. I just think it's more of why would you give away your best player? It's more of that. Why would you give away your best player? Besides CJ Watt, obviously. Yeah, WNX expansion. 3 teams coming in. Now it's 3 teams at once. That is going to be a bloodbath. I like the markets, obviously. Life O'Reilly, yeah. Life O'Reilly doesn't work. Life O'Reilly doesn't work. Drug in America does. Drug in America is really good. Life O'Reilly does not work. Red Sox see their season. I don't think they can see their season, but I think they are incompetent. But I don't know if they can see their season. Clearly, it's not worked out for them. But I think they are incompetent. Rob with the 6, appreciate you, man. NHL Harris, the blue-haired lawyer, to avoid the Marner sign and trade. I think they'll bring back the Shock and the Rockers. Is we go with 3 songs left? Oh boy. We'll Go Your Way was a masterpiece. I go 10 over on the highway. Yep. Oh, I go 10 over on the highway. Which game do you want? I appreciate you, man. Get you on the call for it. Which game do you want? Yeah, I think Cleveland's gonna get the Rockers name. Philly name? You might go with the Bell. You might go with the Bell on that one. I know that was the name of a team in the past, but you might revive the Bell. It might have just gotten too toxic. It might have just gotten way too toxic with No Huts and Marlins. All right. The 19ers after the 19th Amendment. Yes. Absolutely. A+ name. A+ name. But that's going to be interesting when you consider the expansion drafts. Some of these teams are going to get purged. Like, these teams are going to get destroyed. There's going to be no depth on any of these teams. I'm very curious what's going to happen by the time Philadelphia comes in 2030 in terms of just how much depth there is on these teams, because any team that's good is going to get purged completely. Next WA expansion city after Philly. What will the next one be? I'm gonna go Charlotte. I'm gonna go Charlotte on that. Any other models for ChatGPT? No, I do not. No, I do not. Richardson will be game manager. I'm hoping in the vein of Brett Johnson with the... Or Aaron Rodgers. I saw AR and I'm like, Anthony Richardson. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, as long as he just doesn't make mistakes, he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Football's almost here. We don't have to work on it anymore. Let's go, baby. Let's go. People still finish shopping Cooperstown. Then where should it be? Where should it be? We're going to just take it, move somewhere else. Worst sleeps game 7. I think the Bruins. I think Bruins one was the worst. Fat Mike Sweet Starting FX. I did not know that. Did not know that. 19 years of your women's won the right to... I guess that could work. That could work if you do it in that context. Yeah, if I ever say, all right, yep, the Q matchup no one wants, but will unfortunately get pretty much. How's it go, Banjo? How do UFL do this year? Ratings were down, attendance was down, but they're going to be back for Season 3. Finances look pretty decent, all things considered. DC won the title. It was great. Yeah, comments. Yeah, I think Houston and Charlotte get teams back. The next 2 expansion cities. Steelers win the division without Lamar injury. It's possible. Wouldn't shock me, but I wouldn't bet on it. I think Eds are back. Man, it wouldn't shock me. I'll put it that way. It wouldn't shock me. Actually, one of the nicknames of the factory, quite a few NoFX fans there. Really? Did not know that. Leafs Cup winner, Cowboys Super Bowl win. What happens first? I think Cowboys Super Bowl. I think Cowboys Super Bowl just by default. I'm not sure on that one, Rob. I'm not sure. Oh, crap. I did something wrong. Hang on. Calvin on that $5. Appreciate you. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Duke makes a barber error when he's busted for not having a barber license. He hires Lionel Hutz to defend himself. Oh, all right. That's an interesting take on that. Appreciate you, man. Oklahoma Twisters. Yeah, I think that would be... Or the Lightning. Oklahoma Lightning. Leafs to win a game 7 next year after blowing a 3 or 3-1. I mean, it's got to happen at some point, right? Some point it's got to happen. And it's the only day for this to make the call, so just keep that in mind. The Bayous... Maybe the Storks. I mean, you got the Pelicans, maybe the Storks. Alright, let me get the JGBTs in. And we get to go. Yeah, Tulsa Shock used Power as their nickname. Yeah, I was never crazy about Tulsa Shock. They never should have left Detroit. Too early to call? Yeah. I like it better for Vegas, but Toronto had to make the move. Jags make Super Bowl. There's a blizzard in Jacksonville, Phoenix the day of the game. Jags make Super Bowl only because blizzards are not going to happen in Phoenix. I guess potentially Jacksonville it could happen, but with the game being pushed back later and later, like mid-February now, no, I don't see it happening. So I think Jags make Super Bowl is more likely. I think a little bit. I think a little bit of that, Connor, with the Monarchs. I think a little bit. Not the same franchise, not the same city, but I get it. It's a unique color scheme, too. It's a fun color scheme. My aunt's reunited with a long-lost son for 50 years. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. That is awesome. That is awesome. The New Orleans Deltas. Ooh. Right, January 2018, yeah. But, right, New Orleans is blizzards. New Orleans is ice storms. That happens. Crawfish? Ooh. If they get a team. I'm not sure they're getting a team anytime soon. They first need the new arena. They first need to get a new arena from Smoothie King. Sacramento get back in? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I think now they have Northern California, I'm not sure they're going to go to Sacramento. Especially when you got a lot of people, or a lot of markets that need teams. Well, New Orleans Herons? Ooh, maybe. Legacy of Failure, Connecticut, Sun, Atlanta, Dream. Well, Sun, I think, could get one. The Dream, just because of, the whole Sesame Street debacle, have to get one. Jacksonville, too, I know which game you want. I know which game you want. Jags having bear this year? Yes. I would hope so. I would hope. How many wins do we see? I'm going to say 6 or 7. I think it's going to be around there. That is true. Oh, yeah, that is true. Forgot about that. Yeah, if you don't have a request, it counts as double. So, Gatmana's actually counts again toward the Twins game. Or Tigers Nationals, I should say. But that is double on that. Atlanta Dream Sesame Street, what was controversial with that? Basically, they were playing a playoff game. And they couldn't use their arena. They had to play it somewhere else. I think they played it on Georgia Tech's campus because Sesame Street Live had priority. So that was part of that. Jags go 8-8-1. We've never tied a game before in franchise history, but you know what? It's got to happen at some point. Put for 4 hours. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 29-4 in that one now. 29-4. Let me get all these ChatGPTs in. Any audios and whatnot. Of the 26 non-original teams, the first to win the Stanley Cup. Ooh. Is it the Flyers? Yeah, Vegas overpaid, but the guy better. Yeah. Dollars. All right, let's see. KCWA team. You know, why not? They support the NWSL very well. Why not? I mean, they have the first ever soccer-specific stadium for a women's team. I can see it happen at some point. I can see KC for sure. You got the Sprint Center. Absolutely. Variable putting D-backs or Red Sox? When healthy, D-backs, but right now, Red Sox. 10-4, let's go, baby. Sportsbook bet where you can place wager on if a team will get a tie in the regular season. I put a few bucks on the Jags. I don't think there is. I don't think there is a thing like that. Yeah, if the Sun move, and I would assume they will. The Sun move, Boston probably should. You can't call them the Sun at that point. I mean, the Boston Sun would not work. But maybe the Shamrocks? Any other bizarre conflict like Sesame Street Live having priority over sports? There have been a few. There have been a few. Remember there was one year that Taylor Swift had a concert at Minute Maid Park, and the Astros were coming off like a 100-loss season, and she scheduled the concert for October, and everyone was like, okay, they're not making the playoffs, it's fine. Sure enough, they made the playoffs, and she had to get moved. So, there are a few like that. Personal favorite, NFL refs, Vinovich, and the Hocules. They're fun. Yep, 5-0 Red Sox, wow. Looney, 2 years, $16 million, wow. Dolphins got Minka back. I'm actually with you, Summer. I think the Dolphins won the trade. I actually agree. I'm not sure about fleece, but I think they won the trade. I think Miami absolutely won the trade. I actually agree. Most people, when we did the poll, agreed as well. All right, let me just get all these ChatGPTs in. Start of the year, baby. All right. Let's see what we got here. If you backyard against pile, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. I see why the show wasn't picked up at first. I see why. About time it got released, the Backyard Against pilot. About time. Definitely a bit of Uncanny Valley territory. And I don't think the snails added anything. It works way better as animation. And the pacing is just very slow. It took like 7 minutes for that episode to get going. So I get why, as a pilot, it got rejected. But I'm glad that's perseverance. You figure out what didn't work, you retool it, you refine it, and you make something great. And I think the Backyardigans worked out better as an animated show than the live-action version, which was cute, but I get why it wasn't picked up. There was nothing unique about it, I should say. Come on with it, too. Appreciate you, man. The New York, Pennsylvania board needs to be fixed, but does it need to be fixed? I mean, I've never had any issues with the border between the states. That's never been a, like, hot topic for me, living in New York all these years. How does Stephanie feel about MLB game conflicting with Taylor Swift concert? Taylor takes priority. Taylor would take priority at this point. Yeah, can't win a Super Bowl and can't keep a casino open? Oof. That's bad. Coders, I probably think, are on the way out after this season. Moore is stable. Steichen, Stefanski, Callahan, McDaniel, honorable mention. If they don't make the playoffs, he's out. College basketball video game coming back. Thank God. Let's go. What, 2028? And 2K also is doing apparently they're going to try and release something too. So we'll see. I'm excited. You know, the first thing I'm doing is building High Point. And I hope the Q-Dome is in. I mean, the Q-Dome is going to be insane. The North Carolina pipeline that you could build with that is going to be ridiculous. I'm so excited for that. We're going to get High Point into the A10 and just work their way up the ladder. It's incredible. I cannot wait. Zoom out, you'll see. Ooh, I like the jersey. I like the jersey. Let's see what we got here. How are they going to be 300 teams worth of D1 players? Well, I think for the first year, it's going to be based on just everyone gets the same amount of money. I mean, it's no different than what they did for college football. I mean, it's about the same number of players because remember, college football has bigger rosters. It's 120 teams with massive 90-player rosters. College basketball, it's like 15-player rosters. Right, for lax. Yeah, we're not for other sports. We're only in for lax. How do pilots get leaked of TV shows? Oh, he was one selected. Oh, right, I heard EA and then 2K tweeted something out as well. I'm assuming they want exclusivity. Yeah, the pilots usually get leaked. Someone finds the footage somewhere. Yeah, the Backyardigans wiki controversy is insane. The Backyardigan wikis controversy is ridiculous. The rabbit hole that goes down of threatening to kill people who leaked the pilots 9 years ago and they were holding it for all that time. Oh my god, why? I don't get the point of that. Why would you threaten to kill and dox people over the freaking Backyardigans pilot? Doesn't make sense. Anyone that could dethrone Flag for Rookie of the Year. I mean, Flag's the consensus favorite right now. Flag is the favorite. I'd be surprised if anyone beats him for Rookie of the Year. If I were to bet on anyone to do it... If I were to bet on anyone to do it... I would pick Clayton if he just goes berserk from 3. If he just goes berserk from 3, I would do it. So at home, this is it. Nice. North Carolina, not a swing state. It definitely leaned more Republican than Democrat as of late, but I think it's a swing state. I mean, there's a reason everyone campaigns it. I mean, it's flip-flop pretty much every year as of late. So, I think it is a swing state. I think it's definitely more red than blue at this point, but it's a swing state. I'll put it this way. I went to school in North Carolina. I was not surprised by the outcome in 2016 in North Carolina. Even though a lot of people were expecting to go blue, I was not surprised by that it went red. I was not surprised having been in North Carolina and going to school there. I think on the national side, it's more red, but the governor's blue, so it's a little bit of a swing. It's a little bit. It's not like a crazy swing, but it's a little bit. Arizona's a swing. Arizona's as purple as it gets. Arizona is right down the middle. Yeah, exactly. It's like Arizona is purple all the way. Arizona is... Alright, let me see if I can get this in. Connor with the tour. Public Schoolhouse Rock. Math. Alright, we'll do that. I love the Public Schoolhouse Rock. I love that. We're living with the Spurs. Ooh. Yeah, Nevada's one too as well. Yes. Nevada's definitely one. Alright, let's get this in. Alright, Public Schoolhouse Rock. Tigers and Nats. Pretty sure I guys coming in hot today with that. Yeah, that is cute. That's a lot of work to flip it every day, but it's going to be good. Okay. Yeah, the Backyardigans wiki drama is one of the most bizarre drama. Yeah, for the freaking Backyardigans pilot. It's not even that good. Like, why were they keeping this a secret? Like, I get why, like, you would keep certain things a secret for, like, you don't want it to get out. But why were these random people who are not affiliated with Backyardigans at all? They just create a wiki. just hold it hostage for 9 years. And then one of the mods went rogue and leaked the pilot. Right, it was originally called Me and My Friends, yes. Which, thank God they changed the name, because Me and My Friends is not a good name for a kid's show. It's not a good name for a kid's show. It's too generic. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out the way that it did. And like the music didn't do anything. The theme song was not good. The pacing was slow. Like, I get why it got rejected. Like, you can definitely see you definitely see why I got rejected. Watching the stream on my computer, watching your video from today on my TV, so hearing you in 2 places, nice. A lot of times with that, Connor, it's all about, like, evidence, and R. Kelly's got some good lawyers, so that's part of it. Yeah, 41 million back at Wemby, not bad. Not bad. It sounds like in my High School Movie drama. It does. It really does. It is a, one of the most bizarre controversies. I didn't know about the controversy until the pilot leaked. I didn't know about it. Had a lot of pilots leak lately. Family Guy, Phineas and Ferb, Backyardigans. I feel like Sailor Mouth is coming. I feel it. I don't know why I feel it. But we've had a lot of animated pilots from back in the day, not back in the day, but like the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of lost media get leaked as of late. Keller with a tour. I'm just a Bill. All right. I have a feeling Sailor Mouth is coming soon. Right, Dora also. I didn't see Dora. I actually did not see the Dora one. I didn't know that leaked. I gotta check that one out. But you have to feel like Sailor Mouth is on the precipice, and that's gonna change everything. Because it is out there somewhere. I love the Simpsons version of that. Yes, the Simpsons version of that is incredible. They nailed it too. They nailed that one too. You game show Let's Make It Sleep? Yep. Alright, Public Schoolhouse Rock Math. And then we got I'm Just a Bill. Sailor Mouth? That's the so Sailor Mouth, before I do the Public Schoolhouse Rock, that's the episode of SpongeBob where they do the cursing, like the dirty words, and they bleep everything out. But apparently, yes, with that episode, they put the dolphin noises in after the fact, and the actual audio had them cursing. Like the actual lines. Like there were actual words in there. Yeah, the uncensored version. Yeah, the uncensored version. We need that leaked. We need that leaked. Because apparently, yeah, I love the George Carlin reference. Yep. Vietnam line was incredible. Yes. Uncensored, lost media I won't leak. Bengals Saints 1978. 1978 Bengals and Saints. Joe the Tour. The stupidest film. Price is Right. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, the Escrows. Yeah, Eels and Escrows episode. Yes, it is. It is. It's that episode. And I cannot wait for that. Original already got leaked, but removed confirming was canon. You know that. Yeah, that there was one line that got leaked. There was one line. I need the whole episode. I need Krabs' rant at the very end. Where it just goes off the rails. So I need that set number 11. I need that to come out. I feel like it will at some point. I feel like it will. Alright, Public Schoolhouse Rock, here we go. Everything's spelt wrong, good sign. Substitute teacher. Oh, God. It's the worst school in the world. That's one of my favorite Simpsons gags of all time. It really is. It's my favorite gags ever. 4 times 2 is 178. Say I saw a 41-year-old mystery. Nice. 1247.90. And they got the original voice actor for that one, too. That's what got him on calculators. 3 times 10 is definitely not -2. Then rolling the TV. Rolling the TV. There's always code for... Always code for I don't have a lesson plan. Remember the banana? They found a commercial with that line? Oh my god. I don't remember that. I don't know that commercial. Alright, I'm just Stabila's next. I love a good Schoolhouse Rock parody. Like the SNL one with Executive Orders is great. The Simpsons one is incredible. But like this is the most iconic song in the history of Schoolhouse Rock. I don't think there's any debate. I mean, Junction, probably number 2. But this is easily the most popular song from Schoolhouse Rock. Old cereal commercial? Oh. Forget what the, like, did they announce what the bill is in this? Yeah, you see who takes getting to the queue? We're doing the Q&A overtime right now. Right now, we're Twins Marlins for Wednesday night is in the lead, with Tigers Nationals behind. And it's the only stream today. Tomorrow we're going to be live for Cardinals Pirates. You'll need to make the call for that one. I'll have that open for Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. Is that going to say your vote to college on YouTube? I would assume. Let me check. Yes, it is. I'm going to say vote to college. It's on there. Yes. It's on there. Yep. I'm going to say vote to college is on there. That's on there. The anti-Wellens on stream? Maybe. If you ever crap, it was only great episode of season 4? No, that's a hot take. No. Krusty Towers? The Skill Crane? The Wishing Well gave us one of the best lines in SpongeBob. Yeah, Krusty Towers is a classic. Also, the Wishing Well episode gave us Claustrophobic. Count with the 2, right? The buzzer for the college one. Yeah, Krusty Towers. Yeah, Krusty Towers is incredible. The driving episode where Mrs. Puff gets fired. That's a great one. This is, of course, blindfolded. Prettiest flag. Ooh. Yeah, can't be episode. That's season 3. That's season 3. That's season 3. Prettiest flag. I like Antigua and Barbuda. I like Antigua and Barbuda's flag a lot. I think that's a gorgeous flag. St. Lucia's gorgeous as well, like you put up there. I think those flags are really nice. All right, next up. We're actually going to keep it Schoolhouse Rock, and then we'll do the stupidest bid. I do like Fiji's flag a lot, too. I do like Fiji's flag. All right, I'm going to say your vote to college. I've actually never seen this one. I've actually never seen this one. I can't believe season 3. 2.5 stretch against ice. Oh, this is good. You can't find a song story. Yeah, Cash Mattress, yes. Yes, I'm Mattress in here. 10. No, season 4 is great. Season 4 may be better than 3, honestly. 3 had a lot of misses. Text in the Pac-12. 5 years ago, I never would have believed you on that. 5 years ago, I would have been like, you're crazy. I love it. I love the map in that. Thoughts on the Ramsey trade? I think the Dolphins won. I think Dolphins won the trade. The Dolphins won the trade, I think. I think Fitzpatrick's the best player of the bunch. Ramsey is not elite at this point. I'm not sure he's that good anymore. And I think it's a win-now move for Pittsburgh that I don't think is going to work out. Clock here, same amount of Super Bowls won with the Bills. Yep. I could see was saying Buffalo Bills. Yep. Single most likely matchup this year? I would say Eagles-Bills. Right, the later part seems to have got very sloppy, yes. Like, Ugg is really bad. No, Fitzpatrick's great. No, Fitzpatrick's great. I think the Dolphins won the trade. That's why. I think the Dolphins won the trade. I agree with you, Jacob. Fitzpatrick's great. He's the best player in that trade. Ramsey, I don't think is that good anymore. I'm not sure I go washed, but he's definitely past his prime. And he's only going to get worse. He's on the wrong side of 30. Pittsburgh still in divisional playoffs, and even that's a stretch, yeah. Steelers have an older roster. I'm not sure if it's the oldest, but it's definitely up there in age. Trades like this are not helping. I know that much. I've kind of meh lately. I'd still take him over Ramsey at this point. Same with a fiver. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want to get you in the call for it? Ooh. Low Brown Bear and Caillou at the Jet. Oh, Jesus. But Peppa Pig is the ranking share pick. What? Oh, no, he peaked there, yes. You want Marlins, so I'll get you on there. Oh, my God. Yeah, he did peak in Jacksonville. No, Johnson can still play, but I think Fitzpatrick offers more value at this point. I'll get you on the fish. Appreciate you saying. All right, wait. I want to go back to that map that they had on this. Because I love how, like... Wait, hang on. We're getting demonetized. Okay. So I want to know what wackadoodle election this is. The two New York squads against each other, that's pretty unlikely. I think Jets Saints is most likely. Yeah, I love... So I will say, what kind of wackadoodle election is this that I'm going to say Road to College? New York is red. Mississippi, or Alabama's blue. Well, New York is red. Oklahoma's blue. What? Who would win this election? Who would win this one? I mean, this is just a bizarro. Massachusetts is red as well. Massachusetts, it's red. Oregon is red. I'm like, what wackadoodle election was this? I can guarantee you this ain't happening anytime soon. Louisiana, blue. I would say Alaska and Hawaii not on there, but... Okay, let's see. If we were to do... If we were to do it like this. Okay. So, Oregon is red in this, apparently. Nevada's red. Arizona's red. Utah's blue. Idaho red. Montana is blue in this. Or does it glue Oscar why? Why is there a blue tie? You know, that's a good question. It's a good question. Wyoming red. Colorado blue. New Mexico blue. Texas red. Oklahoma blue. Kansas red. Nebraska... I mean, there's multiple districts in that, but Nebraska's blue. I never thought I'd be doing this on stream. But let's just match this. Who would win this election? I actually don't know. Iowa, Missouri's blue, apparently. Arkansas, Louisiana's blue. Mississippi red. They got that right. Bama's blue. Florida's blue. Georgia red. South Carolina blue, but North Carolina's red. I don't know how that makes sense. Virginia blue. West Virginia blue, Kentucky red, Indiana red, Minnesota is red. Where's... Wait. No, Minnesota's blue. Wisconsin's red. That's the worst looking Wisconsin I've ever seen in my life. Right, back then blue Republican, red was Democrat. That's also true. Okay, Michigan's blue. Ohio's blue. Indiana red, Kentucky, West Virginia, that's all blue. North Carolina's red. New York. Jersey is blue. Pennsylvania blue. Maryland's red. Maryland's red. We're gonna go... Maine is blue all the way. Vermont, red... Or New Hampshire, I should say. Vermont's blue. Massachusetts, red. Rhode Island is red. Alright. Yeah, this is like... There was an attempt with Wisconsin in this. There's an attempt. This is a version of Wisconsin. I'll put it that way. This is a version of Wisconsin. So in Schoolhouse Rock, under this map, it would be blue. Arizona be red. This map, I mean, it's not even the most egregious thing on this map. I mean, it is a swing state. It is a swing state, so. Yeah, they're really shaped. They're very, really shaped. They got the other states down, for the most part. But Florida looks like something. I'm not going to say what it looks like, but if you know, you know. Florida, there's, it's definitely a weird, sagging-looking Florida, I'll put it that way. That is a very weird-shaped Florida. Schoolhouse Rock. All right. You got to do a big crust of Rouse? Yes, I do. I think so. That police me or not? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Wisconsin looks more Minnesota on that map. Yes, it does. That's why I originally put Minnesota red. But Louisiana border Florida. That's a good question. There was an attempt. West Virginia, they're missing the points of just a little, like, oval. Just a little oval. Florida's in the blood shrinkage. Oh, man. Yeah, Ohio doesn't look like a state in that one. They got California right. They got... As soon as something I'm like, we gotta break this down. Because why not? Yeah, those results do not... Yeah, that would not happen today. All right, stupidest film, the price is right. All right, here we go. There we go. Your panel is far too long about... Yeah. Okay. So start with the living room set. Okay. Okay, living room set here. Alright, so an entire furniture set with carpeting. Yeah, like I was, yeah. I wish there was a tree. Yes, I do too. Who won Minnesota? Minnesota was blue. Ohio was red in that one. No, Ohio was also blue. Wait, Wisconsin was that. Okay, I didn't get the TV. Okay. Oh, motorcycles. Oh boy. Okay, that's a lot for the showcase. Okay, so I was gonna say probably about $10,000. Then you get the motorcycles. All right, so I figure about 10,000. Okay, so let me guess. I'm gonna figure about 10,000 for the living room stuff, and about Division of College Football. Yes, I would. Flush remind me, we're any much Trump member of the map in the U.S. Yes. Then the motorcycles. I assume 25 each. I'm going with 60. I'm gonna go with 60K. I'm gonna go. Everything in the showcase costs $60,000. Okay, what's the bid? Everything. Okay, he's gonna bid everything. $250,000? $250,000? He made $250,000 on that? So a TV, a carpet, a sofa, a chair, 2 motorcycles is $250,000. Wow, no, absolutely not. I would go 50. I would go 50. This was TVs cost a lot of money back then. That's so. Listen, TV's deceptively expensive, but I'm gonna go 50. 250 is insane. Okay, now he's going 60. Okay, that's a bit better. I want to go. Yep. All right. Okay, going $1. Okay. Yeah, $1 is a safe bid with that one. That's the other guy's going 60K. This can't go over. Yeah. Okay. $20,000. Wow, that's it. Wow, I would have gone 50. I mean, well, I know you can't go over, so I would have gone less, but I would have thought 50,000 for 2 motorcycles, the carpet. I mean, when was this? To be fair, when was this episode? Teams have curfew. Everyone stay in one hotel. Yes, everyone stays in the same hotel. 5-minute phone call max for the orders. It's not losing a whole night's sleep. Yeah, but you lose your rhythm. You lose your rhythm, and then you're going back to sleep. Okay. Yeah, you're good on. You were good on that. When was this episode made? When was this episode? Because what would it be today? Got my cars for the first time. Nice. You know it's gonna rain tomorrow then. $2006. Okay, 2006. Okay. So obviously you have to adjust for inflation. So 20,000 in, what was the number here? 2685. So today that would be 33. Yeah, he bid 60, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot for 0607. I would not have gone 60 for 0607. Yeah, today was at 50. Today it's 33. So with inflation. So wait, but today, okay, so he bid $250,000 initially. Which today would mean that costs $400,000 to buy. For those who don't know, to buy this whole set here. So the sofa, The 2 chairs, the table. Yeah, this one's 20 years old, 2006. Have I watched yesterday, pour down today? Ooh. Yeah, so all of this, a TV, and these motorcycles, he thought that cost today $400,000. Which is kind of insane. I don't know what universe that's cost you $400,000 today. I mean, again, this TV looks like TV I get on Facebook Marketplace for $10. I'm guessing back then it went for like $500. TVs were expensive back then. That's the one thing that's getting cheaper. The one thing that gets cheaper as time goes on is TVs. This furniture set, nothing special, but you figure couch are running about $2K today. These chairs maybe $1,000 each. The tables, another $1,500 or so. $2,000 plus the plant. And the motorcycles obviously are going to be the big ones. The motorcycles are going to add a ton to that. But yeah. Does each one get their own room? That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't... Back then they did not. Back then they did not. Today I'm not sure if they each get their own room. Depends on the team. Some will have them bunk with other people to build camaraderie, and they'll share a room, so 2 beds. So it depends on the team. You know, there's some Price is Right, where a man would be with $300 on a cheap watching cliffhangers. Gets worse to realize he wanted to be $2,500. Oh, Jesus. Maybe bid in pesos. Bid in yen. Yeah, £203. No, they don't share a bed. They don't share a bed. No, they don't share. It's if they're in the same room, they're not sharing a bed. No, there are a lot of hotels that have 2 beds. They have 2 queen-size beds. That's normal. Like when I go to the NFL draft with my dad, I mean, we stay in a hotel, 2 beds in the hotel. Like, they don't do that. Oh, I don't know on that one, Rob. Right, during COVID, they get their own room. Yes, during COVID, they get their own room. I'm not crazy about shared rooms, but... Right, the stars have their own room, yes. The stars, like, quarterback doesn't share. Quarterback doesn't share. I'm going to breathe all over the field, yep. Yanks up 2-0, alright. Alright. Rumors based on positions. I think contracts also. I mean, a lot of these players probably have it put in their contract that I won't share a room. I want my own room on there. I mean, Price is Right. Will Adam Sandler again to fight with Drew Carey and Happy Gilmore too? I would assume so, yeah. I would assume so. Okay, which one do I want to use for that? I don't do the ChatGPTs. I just try to figure out which one I want to use. I think I like the first one better. I like the first one better. All right, so we'll do that. We got 5 ChatGPTs. Let's do it here. We're going to start off with Little Princess and DW in Toddlers and Tiaras. I'm going to turn off the fan. It's going to get cold. BG, Tank, and Hunter should all share a room. Yeah, 3 people in a room? I don't think that works. I don't think that would be a thing. All right, there we go. That's turned off. We have a new video dropping tomorrow, by the way. New video, Bengals related tomorrow. Crazy story tomorrow. Crazy story tomorrow. That feels like it's worth remembering, especially in light of some recent news with the Bengals. Yeah, with Michael Larson memorize the board. Oh yeah. Well, that was skill. People thought that was cheating. That was skill. That was all skill. That was not. There's cheating and there's skill. Top guy Sherry. Like that just studying film and memorizing patterns. There's nothing illegal about that. There is nothing illegal about what Michael Larson did. That's just studying patterns. I have no problem with that. Obviously, there's cheating game shows. We saw that with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Britain. That was probably the funniest cheating scandal of all time. But Michael Larson, that was skill. Obsessive skill, but that was skill. All right, here we go. Towers and Tiaras with Lil Princess and DW. Lil Princess, who's a bad player on the Jaguars, still on the team? We got rid of a lot of them. We got rid of a lot of the bad guys. I mean, Gabe Davis is no longer there. Darren Johnson not there. Tim Jones not there. Darby's not there anymore. Like, who's the scapegoat? Luke Fortner. Yeah, Charles Ingram. Yes, that was an insane scandal. Let's see what I did there. I'm not actually coughing. You know, if you know, you know. I better buy more patterns. Yep. Because that was all skill. There's cheating, there's skill, and there's Frank. Yep, the doer of all good, the good of all do. Let's go, baby. All right, Little Princess on Towers and Tiaras. She is screaming into a walkie-talkie in the dressing room. Activate emergency sparkle protocol. I want my dress to blind the judges. Fornica's sober room. Tech crew runs into glitter cannons. One explodes. Also, replace the other contestant with cardboard cutouts. I don't like competition. The interview kicks down the door wearing LED-powered butterfly wings, fire heels, and a rhinestone hammer. Nice tiara. Too bad it's going on my head. Trying to launch you over a glitter cannon. Do it. I dare you. I land in splits. Girl, please shut up. They death glare. Lightning now strikes us. Here we go. Caillou is in the audience, though. His face is soaked in tears and pudding. I wanted to be on stage in the pageant. This isn't fair. I'm telling the whole universe. He throws his shoe at a judge. The chair is too soft. The floor is too hard. My juice is too juicy. I wish I was a tree. Trees would have to watch this. Your face is too wide. You're bald. Oh, and now they're brawling. They're brawling. Is sure? Yeah. Yes, Jacob on that one. Yes. Well, listen, more film study than Marcus Russell. Yep. Literally. College Russell 28 coming back. Let's go. High Point rebuild. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to try and get High Point into the Big East. We're going to just keep moving them up the ranks. They're now brawling in the audience, which delays the pageant a little bit. But here comes Little Princess coming up on the stage. As she descends, actually she descends from a chandelier with a unicorn trotting behind her, bought by her parents. She performs a song called I Deserve Everything. The judges don't know what to think. I think it just had an out-of-body experience. She hit a note only dogs can hear. And now GW comes out, wearing a flame-proof tutu, smashing toy pianos while yelling slam poetry about how rules are for losers, and about how Arthur sucks. She then launches fireworks and drop-kicks a piñata of Little Princess's face. I feel unsafe at this point. They're now circling each other backstage because they're jealous of each other and they hate each other. You think you're special because you wear a crown? I am the natural disaster. And I am the kingdom it destroys. You're just a footnote in my fairy tale. Not bad depth there for the Clippers. Not bad depth. They both are now hitting each other with glitter bombs as the glitter bombs are so explosive that the fire alarm gets triggered. And I guess the building is now on fire. No one leaves, so I guess everyone's going to burn to death. Meanwhile, in the audience, Caillou still is able to stay after the fight with Lobert. Why is nobody looking at me? Throws a pudding cup into the crowd now after throwing a shoe. Now I'm sticky. I hate existing. So, they're still fighting. No one's broken up the fight. Last year, High Point versus I think High Point wins that one. Actually, I think High Point wins that one. And the winner of this is a Tie. Between Little Prince CW. Boo! Caillou now jumps on the stage. I win by crying. I won the pageant. I didn't even enter. I won the pageant. Lambert is now running after him, upset that Caillou won, and tackles him. I demand a recount. The whole show smells like peas. And the stage collapses as that fire from earlier burns the building down. And Towers and Tiaras is canceled, and everyone's dead. So, there you go. That's what happens when you put Little Prince CW on Towers and Tiaras. But what happens when you give him a haircut? They always tied? Oh, God. They always tied? I love that. I love that. What if they give him a haircut? And they're late to their haircut. Here we go. Little Princess enters. Bow to me, peasants. I have arrived. I'm unhinged and full of violence. Make me a good haircut. Oh, not again. Where is my throne? I want the unicorn seat with the bubble cannons. They have bubble cannons at Cookie Cutters? I should have gone there. That's cool. You know, DW tears a sign off the wall. I want to sit in the car chair. No, the spaceship. No, I want both at the same time. We don't have those chairs. Then make them. I'm a monarch, and I demand spaceship car fusion technology. DW grabs a pair of scissors. I'll cut my own hair right now. Me too, I'll cut hers. You touch me and I'll eat your Barbie. Okay, so now they're fighting with each other as they're both wielding scissors. That's always a good sign. And now all the stylists are just skating out of the way and letting the brats take care of themselves. The girls get in their chairs somehow. I guess they stop fighting with scissors and they get in the chairs. And a floor manager is now praying into a walkie-talkie. Okay, wait, what are we doing? Whatever they want. Just survive. Do whatever they want. I want a haircut in the shape of a dragon with actual flames and shoot out when I scream. Make mine like a thunderstorm with electricity and thunder sounds, real ones, or I riot. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think hair is the best conductor for that. Why aren't there explosions? As she kicks a mirror. You're looking at me, weird Fluffy. This isn't over. She screams at a stuffed animal, as now fighting a stuffed animal. Little Princess dumps shampoo bottles into a fish tank. She kills the fish. She kills the fish. She gets out of the chair because she's being a little brat and just takes a shampoo bottle and kills all the fish. Now it's a magic potion bath. If the fish die, they weren't worthy. Little Princess committing animal abuse is allowed. The Falcons making the playoffs was not. Little Princess performing acts of animal abuse, killing live fish, is legal. So I'm like, yes. I think they would get defunded if they greenlit that show. Well, DW climbs the empty shampoo shelf now and screams, I'm the king of the heads. Little Princess rips a brush in half and declares war on conditioner. I guess she's going to throw the conditioner into the fish tank as well. The bulb machine overloads. Instead of going off the rails. Stylist flees. A Barbie doll is duct taped to a hairdryer. Yeah, Satan says. Get you a spot with Satan if you do that. Get you a spot with Satan. Glitter rains from the ceiling, and a kid yells, oh no, it's happening. And I would have left at this point. I would have left. The place is now in ruins. The fish are all dead. The chair's overturned. The place is wrecked. And DW and Little Princess are happy with their haircuts. Because I guess they destroyed the entire building. They're happy with their record. D-backs beat the Twins to win the World Series at 79-83. Oh, let's go. Worst champion of all time. Falcons probably get abused by the quartet before the Falcons make the playoffs. Yes, pretty much at this point. So they fist bump behind and they go, let's go to Build-A-Bear. I'm going to make a bear with fangs and a flamethrower. I'm going to give mine a sword and trauma. As the building is now in ruins. And DW and Little Princess get their haircut in the weirdest way possible. In more normal news, how about Mitch Marner? Trade gonna get void because blue-haired lawyer is gonna try and void the trade. Queen of the comeback, let's have the last time to get a haircut. Yes. I haven't seen that episode in a while. I haven't seen that in a while. I don't remember the full details of it. Alright, so here we go. We're in the courtroom. Court will now hear the case of NHLPA versus Batman regarding the controversial Mitch Marner sign-in trade to the Golden Knights. Opening statements. Here we go. Your Honor, what happened here? This is not Claude. No, that's not Claude. That's ChatGPT. What happened here was an abomination of collective bargaining rights, an egregious circumvention of the salary cap, and worst of all, a betrayal of Leafs Nation. Mitch Marner, a loyal Maple Leaf, was traded to Sin City on a sign-in trade faster than you could say offer sheet. We demand justice. I feel like no one wanted him back, but okay. Judge now calls order to the court as Leafs fans murmur. Gary Bettman rises. Your Honor, this trade was legal. The CBA allows for sign-in trade deals. Vegas followed the rules. Toronto wanted cap space. Marner wanted 10. Everybody wins. Objection! Everyone wins except the spirit of fair labor negotiation. And the fans. And most of all, the poor soul forced to update the Leafs Instagram roster. What fish? In the ChatGPT we just did. If you're just joining us, it gets bizarre around this time. This part of the stream gets very bizarre. Proceed with your witnesses. We call our first witness Mitch Marner. He walks up wearing a Golden Knights jersey. Mr. Marner, did you willingly agree to this trade? Well, I mean, they said I could golf year-round and have no income tax. Did Kyle Dulles ever say you were part of Leafs' long-term vision? He did once say it was core adjacent. Core adjacent, Your Honor, not core. A man misled. This is irrelevant. We all know trades are part of this business. The no tax argument is legally compelling. Then why does it feel so wrong? Mr. Lawyer, do you have any actual legal grounds? Yes, according to subsection 4.3.1 of the CBA, any transaction that undermines the competitive integrity of the league is subject to nullification. I submit that this trade was pre-negotiated in bad faith with collusion between Vegas and Marner's agent before July 1st. Bevan now adjusts its side. That's speculation. I have phone records, cap calculations, and a very sad tweet from Austin Matthews to prove it. He slams down a USB stick. Your Honor, we also have a group of Toronto fans outside holding a vigil with Marner bobbleheads. It's getting emotional. I've heard enough. While the league operates under the rules of the CBA, the spirit must also be respected. In this case, the court rules in favor of the NHLPA. The Marner trade is hereby voided. You just had the stream 56 behind. Oh, I hate when that happens to me. Glefsy woke me, yes. My Italian heritage, yes. The chant of the fans is Marner is back with the Leafs. The trade gets voided as a result. Competent lawyering on the part of blue-haired lawyer. All right, here we go. Next up, Doofenshmirtz. Builds a barbernator to cut people's hair, but is busted by the authorities after not getting his barber's license. So he decides to sue, and he hires Lionel Hutz. $62 million for NAW? Really? That is a lot for NAW. Wow. Alright, here we go. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, you are charged with operating an unlicensed barbershop using a weaponized haircutting machine you call the barbernator. It's not weaponized, it only cuts hair! I mean, sure, it zaps, and yes, maybe it sing one guy's ear off, but that's subjective. And you representing yourself? Oh no, Your Honor. He is the next best thing. Lionel Hutz, attorney at law. Also available for birthday parties. Wait, what? Mr. Hutz, proceed with your opening argument. Glad Your Honor. Opens his briefcase, which features a moldy sandwich and a copy of Law for Dummies. Over in Texas Cross Division, nice. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client, Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, it's Doofenshmirtz, been over this! Right. Dr. Doofenshmirtz, if that is his real name, is a kind, gentle man. A man who only wants to cut people's hair with high-powered laser beams. Is that a crime? Yes, that's exactly a crime. Doofenshmirtz at the Danville Courthouse. Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is using facts to sway the jury. Overruled. Is it wrong to dream, to innovate, to shave the future? Oh, that should have been the slogan. Shave the future. I like that. Your Honor, We have multiple eyewitnesses who claim the device chased him down the street while playing the Bee Gees Staying Alive. Now I ask you, the jury, what's more stylish than disco? Huh? One juror raises an eyebrow. He had no idea how to respond to that. Mr. Hutz, do you have any legal argument? Certainly. I call my first witness. Me. I once got a haircut from a man in an alley. Let me tell you, it was the most honest, life-changing experience I ever had. Until I got ringworm. What does this have to do with my case? Jury sympathy? Plus amount of witnesses. Also, my parking meter is almost up. And they don't validate here anymore. Not after the incident. May I remind the court the defendant used a shrink round an elderly man's hair and told him to deal with it? Look, to be fair, he was being very rude. He said I missed the spot. Also, Perry the Platypus was distracting me during this, and we have a complicated relationship. Will I officially voice do for Disney? No, I can't do it full time. No, it's fine. It's one of my better impressions. It's fine. But Povenmire does it the best. I mean, his voice is iconic. Mr. Hutz, do you have any final words before I render a verdict? Yes, Your Honor. If loving the future of hair care is a crime, then my client is guilty as charged. Wait, what? Guilty on all counts. Nailed it. Curse you, Lionel Hudson, Barry the Platypus! Don't worry, I'll represent you in the appeal. Just as soon as I renew my law license. Wait, you don't have a law license? I got my license for being evil. You have to have a license for everything. You have to have a license for buying a sandwich in this town. You don't have a license? Oopsie doopsie. You live and you learn. Hugh Drum's from time. Did not know that. Did not know that. Alright, final thing on the queue for now. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, Palmer is an absolute legend. I love the man. Worked on Family Guy, SpongeBob, and then Campfire Song, Phineas and Ferb. I mean, he's incredible. Okay. Peppa Pig is the ranking chair pig. Lumbermare and Caillou did some stuff on J6. And they're at the select committee hearing. Oh, God. Court case 4, just a ChatGPT. Doofenshmirtz cut someone's hair without having a license. How's it going, Drex? Thoughts on big trade? I like for the Dolphins a lot. They weren't going to re-sign Ramsey. He's getting up there in age. He's definitely on the decline. I definitely think they got the better player with Fitzpatrick. And I think it's a good move for them. I think the Steelers are in win-now mode. I'm not sure that's the right move to make in win-now mode. You really got to be confident in Ramsey to get back in form. Because I'm not sure I am. He's on the wrong side of 30. He's been getting worse and worse each year. All right, so here we go. Peppa Pig is presiding. See the guy got chased by a robot? Was he that guy? I'm not sure he was that guy. I don't think he was. You know, I think Miami got the better end of that trade. We put a poll up. 76% of people thought Miami won the trade. So, I'm with you. I think Miami won the trade. Might want the 5 play viewers to send you Brennan telling Frank stories. All right, we'll do that. 5 more bucks go to the Twins Marlins. So that won the vote. Appreciate it. I'll play that. Oh, man. Yeah, you got to hear this. This is something else. All right, so here we go. J6. This hearing of the January 6th selection committee will now come to order. Our first witnesses, Little Brown Bear and Caillou. Miami and Trey Parker Pitts. I could see that. I could see that. So I kind of want the Jaguars to hold on to Evan Ingram a little bit. I feel like that would be a good trade partner if he was still on the team. If you really believe in Strange. I don't want to be here. It's too cold. The chair is scratchy. I wanted apple juice that gave me orange. Try the guy away for nothing. I mean, to be fair, they got a first-round pick. It's not like... I mean, Greer did nothing with it, but... Right, they could get Son Samuel. They could get that as well, yes. Really bulk that secondary. Riders for Flacco? God, that would be incredible. And they won't even let me play with the microphone. It's not fair. I always got to go first. You are not here to play with a microphone, Caillou. You are here to answer questions on what you saw January 6th. Oh, Tyus Jones going... Oh, man. I get it. Thought maybe for a brief second he'll come back, but... I definitely didn't see anything because the Capitol doesn't even have a playground. It's boring and old and smells like Grandpa's. I tried to go inside the Capitol, but they made me walk. I hate walking. I wanted to be carried like a baby. Witnesses, please remain calm. Did either of you participate in the events on J6? I don't know what participate means. and I won't answer unless I get a snack. I saw people yelling, and I wanted to yell too, but my mom said no yelling. I yelled anyway. I yelled, "Mommy, I want a flag," and then a man in a Viking hat yelled back at me. It was scary and cool. You two are not helping. We have surveillance footage showing both of you very clearly near the barricades. Plus, you're literally a bear. You're not hard to spot. And you're a bald kid at 4 years old. You're also not hard to spot. I was just looking for the bathroom, but they told me to go home, Teddy. And I thought it was a parade. I like parades. I brought my kazoo. He thought it was a parade. You know, Steelers fans more mad. Yeah, I get it. I completely get it. I'd be mad as a Steelers fan with that one. Do you understand the gravity of this situation, guys? Gravity is what makes things fall down. Like Caillou when he cries too hard. Hey, that was one time, and it was emotional. Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese now? I'm bored. We're now in recess. Why the hell am I telling you? That's a good question. Fly across the world? Cross the Atlantic Ocean? Go from France to attend this and Canada crossing the border? Caillou crossing the border to do that? Oh my god. Wow. Well, Caillou thought it was a parade. I mean, Caillou thought it was a parade. Gosh. Oh, that went exactly as I expected it to. This stream has been insane. We've done some. We did a map today. We did a J6 prompts. It's just I don't know how it happened. I love that. Like we literally had that. Would I let him watch Lord River? No, I would not. No, I would not. I would have him watch The Wiggles, Blue's Clues, Bear in the Big Blue House, and Bluey. Those would be the big four. I would let him watch. Come on with fear. What's the surprise? More rain misses New York. Wow. Well, it's been raining a lot in New York lately. But it's maybe a dry spells of late, it seems like. Appreciate you, Gamana. Appreciate you, man. Guys, some hot donations. Appreciate you guys. Like, it hasn't rained like a ton. At no point, Patrick Chris a second trade with the Dolphins. That would be insane. You get a second first round pick for him? Man. You know, the 4 shows, if I could only watch 4 shows, it would be Bluey, Bear, Wiggles, and Blue's Clues. Those 4, the whole family can enjoy. They're also really fun, really educational, and very good protagonists. They have a little bit on the TV. They watch what would I do. I would question why it's on TV. I would probably complain to the station. Like, why are you wearing this? Like, why are you doing it? Like Desert Smith's The Rain. Everything But the Girl, one hit wonder, baby. Number 2 hit in 95. Good song. Good song. All right. So this is. Oh no! But we're talking like 3 years old. We're talking 3. I'm talking like a 3-year-old. I'm not talking like 6 or 7. Like SpongeBob at that age, yeah, I'm fine with that. Maybe not the best show at 3. 2 or 3 years old. I'm talking like 3 years old. I'm talking preschool. Once you get to 5, yeah, of course, SpongeBob. Of course. Of course I'll watch old SpongeBob. I would love that. Once you get to kindergarten, yeah, absolutely. I'm talking before. I'm talking like anything before 5 years old. It's Bluey, Wiggles, Bear, Blue's Clues. Yo Gabba Gabba also works. I will say Yo Gabba Gabba also works. Yo Gabba Gabba also absolutely works. Don't bite your friends, people. Don't bite your friends. I love that that's a whole channel for Caillou. Why? Why is that a thing? Yeah, Spanish for I absolutely want to watch. Yeah, absolutely. But again, we're talking like 5. We're talking like preschool. We're not talking elementary school. Elementary school's a different ballgame. Yo Gabba Gabba's cool. Yo Gabba Gabba, super, super cool. I would absolutely love it. I haven't watched the revival, but I watched a lot of Yo Gabba Gabba growing up. Fun show. Good music. Fun set. Some absolute bangers of songs, I will say. Absolute bangers. Like, Party in My Tummy doesn't have to go that hard. They were cooking with Party in My Tummy. They did not need to cook that hard. Kids watch OT streams at JG9 prompts? No, I would not. Definitely not. I'm like, okay, it's a fun show. The music's really good. The music is really good. But I always found it weird that Plex is on his own land. I always found that very odd, that Plex is like the babysitter of everything. He's the one that's like in charge of everything. And he is like the clear adult in the room. And he doesn't have his own land. Everyone else has their own land. But Plex just has like that small little outlet. And that's it. I always felt that was wrong. I feel like Plex deserved better. Hashtag Plex deserves better. Expansion Watch Man's only Power 4. I'm worried it will. I have to say, I'm worried that it will. I am worried that if they do expand, it will only help the Power 4. Which sucks. I mean, really, it's Power 5. I mean, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't say Power 5. It really should be Power 5. It's Power 5. Big East is absolutely a power conference. There's no way it's not. You can't say Big East is not a mid. It's a mid major. You can't say that. It's Power 5. P4 is just the easier way to say because people say it for football, but that's my favorite sport. Like there's no universe where Big East is not a power conference. There's no universe. If there was a 20-13 team in the Big East, they're getting in. They're getting in. All right, next up in the queue. This is Brendan, and this is real life. Brendan telling Frank stories. Sent to me from Michael. Here we go. Can't hear anything. Hang on. Timeout. Can't hear a thing. Right. He said that. Yeah, which I find odd. I find odd with that.
Battery for my radio.
Okay, we don't need the. Okay, we don't need the. I don't think we need the video for this. Let me just blast this. All right, here we go.
Oh God. I couldn't deal with it, so I said, you know what, Frank? Good job bringing me the battery that I didn't ask for. I told him I asked for it. Good job. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh God. I said, why don't you go home, Frank? You've done a great job today. I do. I go home.
This is Lousy Ghost, by the way.
Oh God, this is the second time he confused my house for kids. He drove the car into his garage. Usually the garage door open, he said. I drive up, it just opens. They know it wasn't his house. So the garage door didn't open. In time. It didn't open in time. Not a big deal. But this was my house. I don't, oh God. I don't. So when he drove into his garage, it was my living room. Oh God. I parked the car good. Yes, Frank. Half in the basement, half in the garage, half in the other house. Excellent job, Frank. Excellent job.
You do good, Frank. You do good.
You do great. I'm gonna go to the psych ward.
That's as it goes. Oh my God, that was Michael in the background. What Bodam want to do tonight to me? It's so. Oh man, I know Rivers of Babylon. That was 79. Oh, 78 though. They had another hit. Oh crap! They had another hit. I know Rivers of Babylon. They had another hit. I forget what it was. I'm blanking on Boney M. I know Rivers of Babylon. I'm blanking on the other one.
Brendan, talk about the talk about Frank's house building skills.
Here we go, part 2.
I can build a good house. I mean, I've been there for a few of them. Fucking, it was that time back in '67. We had to build a fucking house. I was pretty good at it. You know, you got all the necessary building supplies. We built a few. I would go. I would say we built a dozen.
I want to go home. Yep.
Built at least 10 houses. Everybody was very surprised. They were very surprised when we were done building them their houses. You know, we started in fucking, you know, mid fall. I mean, but, you know, we had a projected date. Fucking, you know, these people wanted their houses to move into for, you know, before Christmas so they could get set up. And we were a little behind schedule. You know, it was fucking December 10th. We got the last one done. Boy, were they surprised. As were we when they showed up with the moving trucks. You see, Frank can build a good house. A very good house. But you need to have what's the right word for it? The right perspective of house construction. You know, if you're up close on the house, it may seem smaller than it really is. You see, we built these houses for distance viewing. No, we were never told people were going to live in them.
Really?
No, that's a lie. We thought they were going to be ginger people.
Gosh. There's the gingerbread house story. There it is. Oh man, God bless Frank. God bless Frank. What a character. The man, the myth, the legend, Frank himself. All right. Last call for anything in the queue. Last call for the You Make the Call. As we have reached the end of the queue. You guys came in hot to the donations for this OTC. Appreciate you guys a ton again. We couldn't do any game today. But last call for anything. Otherwise, we're going to sign off here. If you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. We talk about the 1970 Houston Oilers and talk about something bizarre that happened with them and one of the dumbest decisions a front office has made ever. It just lacked all logic. And we will have a video dropping tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It should be a fun one. It's a cool story that you probably have not heard of before, but we will do a video on that. From I guess you could say the 2000s? I guess you could say the early 2000s. So, with that in mind, guys, appreciate you a ton. Again, the next You Make the Call. Again, we have a lot of them. We have a lot of them on the docket. So, Wednesday we're doing Twins Marlins. Tuesday, Cardinals Pirates. Thursday, we're doing Stros Rockies. There's Stars FS1. Yep, I will be there tonight. I will be there. 4th of July is going to be a long You Make the Call. Go for distance viewing. I love it. 4th of July, we're going to have that You Make the Call run for 3 days. We're going to have that one run for 3 days. So, you'll have some time to vote for that You Make the Call for the 4th of July game. And I got 3 good options there. And then 4th of July, we'll do a You Make the Call for July 5th. And then we'll do one for July 6th. But tomorrow night, Cardinals Pirates, no overtime tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. We're not doing OT tomorrow because I'm going to the game afterwards. I'm going to the D-backs game. But we will be live tomorrow for Cardinals Pirates. So just keep that in mind. No OT tomorrow, though. No OT tomorrow. And same thing for Wednesday. No OT Wednesday, but I might go live, or I actually might go live earlier on Wednesday. I might go live at 5. We might do an OT stream at 5 and then 6:30 for the Marlins game, or 6:40 for the Marlins game. So that might be the plan for Wednesday, actually. But Tuesday, no overtime, so just keep that in mind. Appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Cardinals Pirates stream. Take care. See you guys soon.